So guys, we are on poultry vices. Now, when it comes to poultry vices, what are vices? Vices, these are really habits. Vices, these are habits, stroke behaviors, which are morally wrong in a society. Yes, these are habits, habits, behaviors which are morally wrong. That means they are wrong. They cannot be tolerated. So why should we call? Why do we really call them habits? And why do we really associate them in a society? Remember, these are chicken. They are in a chicken society. If they are in their poultry house, that is a society for them. Same as human beings. Naffe tulina, societies are from tubeera. Our society is people whom we associate with. So that means for us to, because these are social animals or they are social birds, they live and work together, same as human beings. Human beings are also social animals. Why? Because we work and live together. But through living and working together, we develop vices or habits or behaviors which are really intolerable to others. Other people cannot tolerate them. That's why when you kill someone, when you steal someone's things, because you live and work together, they take you to prison. That's why we have prisons. Prisons. Why? Because these prisons were created or they were established so that people who misbehave in the society are separated from the crowd or from the society and are taken to prisons because they deserve to be there. They cannot associate with other people. They cannot live with them in peace and harmony. So also, when it comes to birds, they also develop these habits which are really bad and they are intolerable. So one of the vices, when it comes to poultry, we have a lot of vices. But today, let me first give you a list of habits or vices. We have what we call egg eating. Egg eating. So the birds are eating their own eggs. After laying our eggs, they start eating the eggs. Another one is cannibalism. 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 What is cannibalism? They start eating themselves flesh. They eat the flesh, like human beings. Mwaba says. So these birds develop cannibalism. They feed on themselves. Another one is feather pecking. Feather pecking. etc. So these are the most common vices in our poultry birds. There are other vices, but these are the most common dangerous vices that we need to prevent on our farm. Yes, because we don't want these vices to come. We have to prevent them before actually they come on our farm. Now, when it comes to egg eating, because this is what I'm going to talk more about, and also cannibalism. So now, when it comes to egg eating, what is egg eating? The birds will start eating their own eggs. Yes, after laying the eggs, they will start pecking the eggs and they eat it. It is very dangerous when the birds develop this habit. It is really dangerous. And also if they develop cannibalism, it is very dangerous to control it. That's why it is very, it is always advisable to avoid it before they really, they start coming. Before it develops in your birds, make sure that you avoid it with immediate effect. Otherwise, it will be late for you if at all you did not avoid it. So now, let's talk about egg eating. Egg eating. Before we know the solution, how to handle egg eating, we have to ask ourselves, but what is the cause of egg eating? Because the birds cannot come out of blue to start eating the eggs. There are so many factors that we must consider before actually we blame these birds. There are things that cause them to eat their eggs. Point number one, why these birds eat their eggs is lack of calcium. Lack of calcium in their feeds. Whenever you give them little calcium or you underfeed them with calcium, they will start eating the eggs, because through eating the eggs, they want to get calcium out of the eggs. So make sure that your feeds has enough calcium in the nutrition, and there you will avoid egg eating. So another one is underfeeding them. Underfeeding your birds. Your birds will eat their eggs if at all they are underfed. For example, if your bird is feeding 120 grams a day, 120, and you are giving it 80, what do you expect? They will eat this, they will start eating their eggs because they are underfed, they feel hungry. So they will start to eat their eggs so that they can fill their stomach. So make sure you give them the exact amount of feed that they are supposed to eat. Point number 3, why the birds eat their eggs is because of idleness. Idleness. Yes, whenever these birds are idle, they will start eating their eggs. So what most farmers do, because we are supposed to feed these birds 2 times a day, in morning and also afternoon, they will just feed them 1 time. It is very dangerous, because when you feed them 1 time, that means in the evening these birds will be idle, and once they start being idle, they will start eating their eggs. So make sure you divide the feeds into 2 portions, 1 in the morning, another one in the afternoon. So that means if these birds are, by the time they want to eat their eggs, they have something that is keeping them busy. They are eating their feeds. So do not allow boredom. That's why most farmers put what we call patches. They put what we call greens, so that these birds can keep on eating these greens when they are idle. They don't give them free time to enjoy. No, make them busy. Remember, an idle mind is the devil's workshop in human beings, also in birds. Whenever they are idle, they start, being, they develop that inquisitiveness. They start asking themselves, whenever they look at the eggs, those colors, they always attract these birds. They like bright colors, so they will start looking at the eggs and they wonder what is there inside. So they want to peck and see what is there. They will develop that habit. And once they start eating the eggs, it is very difficult to control that vice. Another one is what we call stress. Cause of egg eating in your birds is stress. Whenever your birds are stressed, they will start eating their eggs because of stress. So make sure that your environment is free from stress. Yes. Another one, why they eat the eggs is overcrowdedness. Overcrowdedness. Whenever the birds are so many in a poultry unit, that means eggs will break down. Yes, they will start breaking the eggs. And once the eggs break, because you have little laying nests, when the laying nests are, are not that much, they will start laying on the floor. And when they lay on the floor, they will step on the eggs, and they break. Once these eggs break, they will start eating those eggs. And through eating those eggs, the egg eating has started, and it will be very difficult for you to control it. Yes, because they have tested the eggs. So now, how do we control this egg eating? We control egg eating through you control egg eating through debeaking your birds. Debeaking is the way how we control egg eating. Why? What is the psychological? Well, what is the psychology behind? When we debeak your birds, it brings pain. One, inflicts pain, and the psychological stress. So whenever you debeak your birds, it will inflict pain on them, and also it will torture them psychologically. So whenever they want to eat these eggs, they will remember the pain that you inflicted on them, because you cut their beaks and it brings blood. So it is a lot of pain. They will take a week when you are actually treating them to get healed from the debeaking. So that pain alone will make them, it will bring them psychological stress. So they will never eat the eggs again. Why? Because you inflicted that pain to them. It's not that the beak that you trimmed, they cannot use it to peck. They can use it to peck again. But what comes into their mind is the pain that you inflicted on them. and they will never eat it again because of this pain. It will always come back in their psychology, through the brain, that if I eat the eggs again, they are going to trim me again, and I will get that pain again. So that is the psychology behind. As simple as that. The pain that you inflict on them. Even if you want to train the dogs, for example, I'll give you an example of dogs. These dogs, um, if you want to train them so that they cannot eat anything from the strangers, because what these the problem we have on the dogs on our farms, when these thieves come, they bring meat which is poisoned and they give these dogs and they eat and they die immediately. But if you want to train those dogs so that they cannot eat anything from the stranger, you just have to give them, ready paper, kamulali. Ngate was what day from a stranger. Make sure that you get a stranger and give them meat with a very, hot ready paper. So whenever this dog will come, it will eat that, that meat, and it will really, it will stress it because kamulali yabayocha. It will burn it. So whenever someone will bring and give this dog any food or meat, it will never eat that meat. Why? Because of the psychological stress that it went through. That is how we treat these dogs from not eating from strangers. It is the stress that you give them. They will never eat from strangers. Same in chicken. You have to debeak them and inflict that pain on them. They will never do it again. Yes. So that is for today, I think. So we shall discuss about cannibalism and feather pecking in our next video. Yes, guys. See you in my next video. God bless you.